Hello. Hello, everybody. How are you? Just giving the time to kind of cycle around. Do. So today we are streaming on a couple of platforms. Today we are streaming on my personal page, my business page, and YouTube. Platforms. Today we are streaming on my personal page. So welcome everybody. To some time to kind of cycle around, cycle around, Hopefully you guys had a great day today. Mine was busy and tiresome as usual. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. How's everybody doing? So we're gonna have a good discussion today. Trying to get some people up on here. Hopefully I got some company joining me today. Hopefully we do. Let's cross our fingers. Hopefully we don't have no technical difficulties and all of that jazz. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully they're here right now. Let's see. Guess waiting. Nope, not yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. In the meantime and in between time, thank you guys so much for joining me. Welcome again. I really enjoy these parts. It's like a two-edged sword in a sense because I really enjoy these moments, but then at the same time I retired. So, but I'm thankful. Nonetheless, I'm very thankful to be here to just be an encouragement to somebody to help somebody in their perspectives of how they're living their life and whatever the case may be. Like, I'm just happy to be a help in some kind of way, shape, or form. So yes, we still are doing, so before I start some announcements, we still are doing our toy drive. So if you have any donations or if you would like to, oh, let me put the banner up here. I should put next time I think I'm gonna put the Venmo and the what else I have? PayPal, Venmo, and I think I also have the swipe too. I have it right. Yeah, I have the swipe too for credit cards. But anyway, so yeah, so if you are interested in donating to B.O.W.S, please hit me up, Facebook, Messenger. All of my information is pretty much out there now, so it's not like you cannot get in contact with me in some kind of way, shape, or form. But I would prefer you either you can email me at sboombows@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Let me know if you have any toys you would like to donate. You can also, and I'm doing it now until probably December 20 something, 20 something like that. I gotta look at the calendar, but I'm gonna be doing it because we're probably gonna give it out. I want to say the week of or before Christmas. We'll see. So I just want to put that out there. Also on December 18th, we are going to be doing some Christmas caroling at 31 North Olden Avenue in Trenton, New Jersey. At the same time, we will be giving away free chocolate chip cookies and some hot cocoa as you sit and you listen to our wonderful singing. So if you are in the Trenton area and you would like to participate in singing, please also let me know that as well. You can hit me up, inbox me, however you want to, and everyone can, be a part. There's no good singing, bad singing. We're not judging on that regard. We're just going to have some Christmas fun, sing, and just eat and drink some hot cocoa. And that's really it. That's my contribution back to the community for Christmas. So, and plus, you know, we like to sing around here. So we're preparing for that. So don't forget December 18th. All right. Meet us here. We're going to be Christmas caroling. Also, you can also go to beautybows.com. That's BEAUTIBOWS.com. Hold on, we got some people in here. So if you are coming in, just give me a second. Let me do my spiel, then I'm gonna start bringing everybody in. So I see you, Elder Miller. All right, I just wanted to acknowledge that. So, yeah, so we are. So yeah, if you go onto our website, beautybows.com, that's BEAUTIBOWS, all of the information for everything that we're doing, from down to our tea times, our not todays, our girl times, our fundraisers, whatever it is going to be there. So you can find out all the information. Even if you want to also donate and give as well, you can do the same. So I just wanted to put that out there as well. What else? Let me see. I think that's all the announcements that I have at the moment. So before I start, I always start off by reading my mission statement. Both these Wednesdays, I call them Women Wednesdays because these are our empowered moment. But I like to bring the fellas on sometimes every once in a while to get their perspective of just get their perspective of life as well. Our brothers need our help, sometimes too. So it's not like it's just all about the women all the time, even though this is a women's empowerment group. But, I want to thank those who are watching with us at the same time. So please like and share, like and share, like and share. Again, right now we're live streaming from YouTube, my business page, post, and also my personal page. Okay. So our mission statement is B.O.W.S, and B.O.W.S stands for the beauty of a woman's strength. Our mission statement is we are sisterhood dedicated to empowering the lives of women across the world. Our mission is to build stronger women from within by enhancing the knowledge of who they are and to connect with the power that resides in unity. We will commit to withstanding all adversities with poise, beauty, and love, forever showing the essence of a woman's touch through prayer and fasting, to never giving up, to never devalue ourselves, but will always vow to be strong and knowing that together we make the strongest bow. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to be an empowering moment for anybody that needs it. So please like and share this feed. It's going to be a really good conversation. I'm really, 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 really excited. This conversation is tough. It is very tough, but at the same time, it's going to be healing and just good for people who may struggle with this area of life. So, I'm so thankful that I have the fellas with me this afternoon. Hopefully some ladies join me as well. So let's so that's our topic. So our topic for tonight is the pretty much the power to recover. Right. So I'm gonna bring on my fellas and whoever else is on here. Let me see. So let me know if you can hear me. Let me see. You know how we do the technical difficulties that we're going to have. So we're bringing up everybody on right now. So I'm going to go out and come back in, so maybe that'll refresh. All right. This happens.
My man, how's it grand, yo? Here she go.
There we go. Mr. Boone?
I'm here. I can hear you loud and clear.
Mr. Boone?
I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I'll even get him in here. I don't know. What is she doing? Oh wait, hold on. It's more people. We got some more folk. Really though, it's good.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say, man, like, yo,
That's
man,
good.
you making me thirsty, man. I'm out
Mr.
here
Bo,
fucking. Yeah,
your thing. Are you on?
yeah, I'm on.
I
I'm
can't
on.
see you. Hold on. I'm gonna go back out and come back.
This
Can
that
you
green
get up?
tea ginger ale.
Like green cheese rail, all that Canada Dry. Yo, man, you can recover with that thing. That thing's serious, man. That thing is serious right there. Can you see me now?
Yes. OMG.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, Bobby. How's everybody afternoon, night going so far?
Everything's good.
Everything's good. Everything is good.
Alrighty, so tonight's topic, I got a one more. No, child, now. See, you see this? People just be responding late now.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, ma'am. So tonight pretty much we're going to be talking about the power to recover. And I just wanted us to talk about this from the aspect, not just only how we got to this point to recover, but also our personal experience of what we went through in that process to actually recover things and what we experienced, what we did, what I'm saying, just to help encourage someone that may have be going through something, maybe you have experienced, whatever it is. So I just wanted us to pretty much talk about that um, tonight. I'm trying to get this girl on here. So who would like to start first?
And like I said before, I'll start off. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, man, it's gonna be so many brilliant minds on this broadcast, man. That I'm gonna say what I gotta say and got the way, man. Just to hear, just receive a lot. Um, when I was thinking about that, I was thinking about like, yo, they're having like a grief service. You know what I'm saying, grief counseling service, and they're telling everyone like, yo, to bring a picture of the loved one like that they lost. And I was thinking about that concept, and I think for me personally, at one time, I would bring a picture of myself. Because like, yo, so many things can happen in life where you can lose sight of you and lose sight of who you are, and like, and then you come to realize like, yo, a lot of who you are was based upon other people's opinions and based upon catering to other people's perceptions of who they think you should be, and you never really free yourself or give yourself the permission, like to be free, to be
That's
who,
good.
to be the fullness of who, like, yo, who God created you to be, and
Yeah.
you're living underneath somebody else's reality of who they think you should be, and like that was a struggle for me. So, like for me, I had to go through a real like soul searching process, which took like me temporarily losing contact with things that I loved, things that I held dear, things that at one point really like defined me, so that I can find out who I am, so I can find out who I am, in spite of all those things. You know what I'm saying? So that's 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 where I was, and it was a very painful recovery process because you don't know how far off you are till you realize you
Right.
lost. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like, yo, I had to like rediscover, and even right now, even to this day, um, I'm not fully, I'm recovered, but I'm not possessing. Like I'm recovered from like the trauma, but I'm not fully possessing like the fullness of who I am, in its totality. I have an idea, have a concept, I have a direction, but really possessing it and living in that, I'm still in the process of like living in that.
So
And
I want to ask you, in your process of that, what caused you to decide to change your perspective and to change the direction of what you were going.
Well, to be honest, like blunt force trauma. Um, blunt force trauma when life hits you in a way where like, yo, you have no choice but to like confront and deal with certain issues. Like case in point, like I mean, and we like me, I'm a very transparent person. Like I don't hide nothing. I try to keep it a buck all the time. Cause if I'm gonna tell a story, I'm gonna tell a story. Like for me personally, like yo, I went through a time where I was like, where we were being evicted. Um, we were having marital problems, and on top of that, I lost my job,
Come
and
on.
all that took place in a span of really like 48 hours. And like yo, so like it was like a real like gut check moment, and it took me a minute. Whereas like yo, I had to get over being a victim. Like yo, life happens to everybody. You're not no victim. Like yo, one, two, a lot of things that happen to our lives when it comes to full fruition was a process that really started years ago. But we were so caught up in the idea or the mirage that we didn't even see the process of things like coming to a certain point. And like yo, when you ignore the process of change, when change happens, it catches you off guard because you weren't being a steward of like your environment, you weren't being a steward of your situations, you weren't being a steward of your life, of your emotions. So when change happens, it'll catch you off guard, or catch you like slipping. And then like yo, my man on the line, man, he said one time we was all together at a diner, and like yo, like I wanted to punch him in the face afterwards, but I couldn't because he was telling the truth. He said, "Yo, you know what the problem with you, son, the problem with you, bro?" I said, "What?" He said, "You became so addicted to being Sherman the son that you forgot how to be Sherman the man."
Come on.
And that right there, that was a truth moment that began the process of me redefining. Okay, all right, I can be serious, be offended by the truth, or I can embrace that truth and say, okay, you know what? What can I do right now to rediscover the man and recover that? Because to be honest, I believe in all of us, when we grow up, we have an idea of who the person we want to be. Like when you're born in this world, like you have an idea, an image in your mind, whether you're a girl, boy, like the kind of life you want to live. And it's an imprint on you that I believe God allowed to be there based upon your imagination.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you imagine what life looks like. You imagine what kind of car you're going to drive, what kind of house you're going to live in, what kind of relationship you're going to be in, the kind of kids you're going to raise, like the kind of job or career you're going to be into. You imagine those things, but then life happens, and you get sucked into living into people's perceptions or people's own imagination about who you should be, or the kind of, and that yo man, when life hits you, like yo, to be honest, man, I question everything. I question religion. I question God. I question my walk with God. I question all those things, and I had to allow God to redefine it for me to say, okay, all right, this is this the person I wanted you to be,
right?
Not that.
Yeah, and I find that, I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, but you said something really good because the definition of recover is to return to a normal state of health, mind, and strength. And the fact that you can go back to the original mindset that you had before you drifted away, that's the power of it all.
Yeah, because to be honest, the point of recovering is going back to the original intent. Because a lot of us, man, we allow ourselves to be sidetracked by people's perception, the people's own expectations they put on you. That's not in line with your original like how many times of us got in situations and we only intended to be there for like 3 years, and 3 years turned to 10, and 10 years turned to 20.
Right.
When actuality, like your original intent was the reason why might have been God's plan, but somehow when you got sucked into complacency, and now you've been drifting, and you lost on opportunities, you lost on doors, you lost on like different actions, different things, because like yo, you were stuck in the matrix of thinking like yo, man, like and sometimes when God loves you, He loves you enough to hit you with blunt force trauma to get your attention. Like, okay, now that you're here, tell me what you've learned. Tell me what you've experienced. Now, from this point forward, what do you plan to do differently?
That's
because
good.
I'm going to reintroduce you to what I originally intended you to have.
Yes. Oh, that's good.
But are you going to sit here and duplicate the same things? I'll be honest, like yo, if I did my original intent on a lot of things, how I really would think before I let other people's opinions come into my brain, yo, I've been light years ahead because there was nothing wrong with the idea. There was nothing wrong with the imagination. It wasn't wrong with the dream. But like, yo, you allow people to come in and bring their own opinion and rob you of you. And at the end of the day, you look in the mirror like, yo, who this dude? Like, who this girl?
And like, would you want to say something, Jay?
No, I was just sitting here thinking about how we're talking, like, about recovering.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think about a lot of times it's really not recovering with a lot of different individuals because they never were that. Like they never were successful, or they never were um a certain way. So I think a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times it's just them beginning something. It's just like the children of Israel. If we go in the Bible for a minute, right? They were in Egypt. They were never in the promised land. So they didn't recover the promised land
So were
because
they
they never,
reintroduced?
yeah, maybe, but they never lived in
Right.
that.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like a lot of us, like we're in a time now where, we may say that we're recovering something, but some of us are really just in the areas of breaking curses that we've been under. And we've been
Mm-hmm.
living in false identities. And some of us never even lived in the original intent that God had for us because we've been in bondage in our own mind through circumstances. So some of this is just like, just to give you an example, I own my own house now. I never owned my own house before. So it's not like I've lost the house and then
Right.
I'm recovering. This is a new beginning for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like um when I think of recovering, um I think about when I lost my mother.
Talk
And
about
I
it.
think about seeing my mother who saw me take my first breath, and me and my brother seen her take her last.
Wow.
And for a minute, even though we had the funeral, even though we had the repast, even though people came over the house and showed love and people embraced us, and even though we went to church and heard a word from God and we rejoiced and we danced and we fought our way, because I'm still a father. I still got to be a father. Even though I'm grieving, I still have to be a father. I'm still a husband. I still have an assignment. I still have an obligation. I was still a prisoner of my mother taking her last breath.
Wow.
I was still stuck
Mm.
in that room. And to see something like that, to see something like that repeated over and over and over in your mind
Mm.
while you still have to function, and you can't make an excuse not to show your children love, not to show
Wow.
your wife love, not to still function in the assignment that God given you, but you're a
Mm.
prisoner in a revolving door of seeing your mother take her last breath. And when you're a son, powerless, is nothing you can do to change that situation.
Yeah.
That is mental trauma.
Mm.
That's trauma. That's
Yeah.
severe heartbreak. And the only thing you have to hold on in your mind is like, even though I know God will overrides my will, there's something good that must come out of this. This still must be the best decision if God allowed it to happen.
And that's where the power lies. Yeah.
And that's where you
Mm-hmm.
start drawing
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
power from.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
before you get to that part of drawing the power, there is a severe fight, a
Come
relentless
on.
fight that you have to dig within yourself to
To
say,
endure.
first, I know that I'm drowning in this moment, but I have
Acknowledgement.
to keep treading and keep pushing until I
Yeah.
can breathe again. Because I feel
Ooh,
like I'm
that's good.
suffocating. You know what I mean? I
Wow.
feel like I'm drowning. And when you drown, you panic. When you're
Right.
drowning, you know what I mean? You don't, it's hard to make the most crucial decisions.
Yeah, you
You know what
can't
I
think
mean?
straight.
You
Yeah.
can't think straight. Because I'm going to tell you something. When you love something and you
Talk about it.
see God come in before
Mm.
your eyes and take the wind, the breath out of their body, that is something, man, that stays with you. But you know, the thing that's so crazy is something, man, the power of recovery is because even though that moment happened, even though something was taken, I still felt something attach itself to me
Mm.
at the same time. I couldn't understand it there, but there was a strength that was there that I didn't want to tap into
Come on.
because I felt as though I had an excuse to feel this feeling. I seen the strength there, but I didn't want to
Yeah.
be strength because guess what? Being strong made me feel guilty. I know that might sound crazy.
No, it
I'm
isn't. That's real.
I'm strong. I feel strength, but I don't want the strength right now because I just lost what I love. And
Right.
for me to be strong in this moment makes me feel guilty.
Mm.
It's like survivor remorse, man. Like you survive,
You-
but it's a guilt that comes with surviving because it's like yo, I should feel this way. I should feel like and be honest, when you're around like, and I know you personally, man, you could probably touch on a little bit more, but when you're in a situation like yo, where like other people around you are experiencing the same exact thing, but your response is different. The other people around you like, yo, why you not responding that way? And to be honest, because like yo, when your mother passed, or even when I went through what I went through, like there's a certain level of grace that God
Mm.
gives you to deal with whatever He allows. And like yo, it's a grace you can't understand. It's a grace that yo man, like yo, you can't even like comprehend. But it's a grace that's afforded to you because God wants you to know that you are strong enough
yes.
to recover. That, that, that,
It
Yeah.
that, that,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead, bro.
That's
Because
deep.
it belongs to you. And I'm thinking the only thing I hear myself repeated in my head is that what I say, you may be altered, but you're not changed.
Hmm.
You may be altered. So after this situation, after you have regained what is yours and what you're supposed to have, you're altered, but you didn't really change. Ain't nothing about you really changed. It's just you just altered some things about your life, and that's just what I'm hearing, like as you talking, and I feel like I think that the man of God in you is so strong that it just protects you. It like protects you, and it keeps you from having to go into a weaker place, even though he finds his strength in our weakness. But you're so strong in him that he just drifts you along. He
Yeah.
just takes you right with him. And that's
Wow.
that's I think that's what it is. You have such a strong anchor in God that he's like, I got you. Like, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to show you how this has to be lived out. So you may be altering some things in your life, but you ain't changed. Like, you still the same person. You still will remain always. And that's what it is. I
You
don't
know,
know
I
where
want
that
to
just came from. But that just came out of my mouth.
No, that's deep. I want to say this to someone right now that may be watching too, that don't wait for the trauma to come to go after what you know you should go after.
Yeah, yeah,
Because with me, when I lost my mother, right, I made things start happening that should have happened, that I should have made happen while she was still breathing.
yeah. That's
You
good.
feel what I'm saying? So like,
That's good.
um, even though, so like I use that as a moment because I'm like, yo, all right, I have to relentlessly go after everything because I can't let this happen again.
Yeah, that's it
Because
right there.
because right now I'm in a house right now that I wish I would have had, that my mother could have walked in and smelt the chicken frying. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
those are things, those are real
yeah,
thoughts that you see.
yeah,
And like
yeah.
one thing about becoming blessed and attaching things, it doesn't feel the same when those you love can't witness it.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? You want them to witness. So like right now, if like whatever dream, if you're writing that book, like make it happen. Like now. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like go
yeah,
after it now, recover it now. Like take that thing off the shelf now and make it become reality.
yeah.
Because it doesn't feel
Absolutely.
the same, Sienna. I'm gonna tell you, like, it doesn't feel the same, even though I'm thankful, my
Right.
children, you know, they witness things and my wife, but when the woman who brought you in, the portal who brought you into the world, as a son, to be honest, I'm gonna tell you, and there's some deep stuff. I wanted to buy my mom a house.
Yeah,
I wanted to, even though I sent my mom on trips before, but I wanted to do things real great that due
yeah,
to certain procrastinations,
yeah,
I wasn't able to do. Even though I was a great son, but within myself, there are certain things that I look at as failure that I didn't do while she was alive. So now that she's gone, anything I go after, anything I put my mind to, it has to happen. I can't go
yeah.
to sleep on it because I don't want to have to recover nothing no more.
Come on.
I don't want to have to recover myself in situations no more. I want to make it happen, take what's mine, build what's mine, and make it be my reality in my now.
That's true.
That's just where I'm at.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I totally go ahead.
And you know what? I echo that sentiment exactly because even through the process that we've been going through, and I've been trying like we don't man she Bose is a female version a little bit sometimes a Dirt Church Radio with no topic no subjects off topic.
Yeah, we
So
keep it all the way
I'm
real up in here, all day, every day. We talk about everything,
I'm I'm,
everything.
I'm going to say I'm going to say this, and I'm put myself out there when I say this. I made up in my mind during like our reconciliation process. I said, listen here, I'm not going to walk into this time the same way I walked into last time.
Yeah,
So like I'm observing things. It gets on her nerves, but I don't let anything that I see like that's out of place go without me noticing it and making people around me aware of it. And I'm not going in any situation where like I'm not honest about my own work, and I'm not going to a situation where I'm not challenging people around me to be honest about their own work. Because one of the problems that I had was outside of procrastination is like not being confrontational, not being assertive in
mm,
areas that I need to be assertive in to make sure things are stewarded a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So like when situations arise, whether it be in the house or out the house, like I was passive or I didn't confront it or I avoided it. But right now, like if we got to be disagreeing right now in this moment, I'd rather disagree right now and bring order to it than to agree and allow chaos to be born. Because I lived that already.
Right. And see, that's the, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's the power in your choice to be able to say that this doesn't have to be the same way anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like to change your mindset of how you look at it, or how you because even though it's mental, even though, okay, so the definition of recover is also like to get back your possessions, but mentally it's a different concept, because when you can't get yourself out of the mental capacity to think that things can be different, or things can change, or something else can be a different way, like you're stuck. And it's bad, and it takes a long time and to really get out of that mindset. So the fact that you decided, okay, well, the power and the aha moment is you realize something was wrong. You realize that this is not right, or you realize that this has to change, or you realize that something of that nature. Some people don't even get to that point to realize that these is wrong, or something needs to be changed, or something needs to be fixed, or something needs to be, rather it's a relationship, a job, whatever the case may be, something has to be acknowledged that, okay, we need to go back, we need to fix, we need to redo, we need to, you know what I'm saying? And that's where that power lies in.
And
just
I
the
think, to be
ability to
honest,
be
man,
able to do that.
some people don't recover because they don't know they lost it. Some people never recover because they don't even realize that they lost it. They're just living here like chilling, like, oh snap, and it becomes mundane, and don't even know or come to realize, or don't want to face the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't face the truth of it.
It's a question I had it's a question I had in my mind right now, just thinking. And I'm asking myself that. Anybody that's watching, you can ask yourself, have you lived longer in the need to recover than in actually living in recovery?
Ooh, wait. That is good stuff. That's some good stuff. That's some good. That's deep. That's deep right there. Oh, that's deep.
I'm sitting here thinking of that.
That's
a
crazy.
truth that's a truth solution. Because like
you are now faced with you. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
I like, yo, man. Like Michael Todd said something crazy. I was listening the other day, and he said something crazy. He said, yo, a lot of people are talking about like, yo, like living in your truth. And a lot of times that's nothing but an excuse you use for you to be who you want to be without taking into consideration other people's feelings.
And taking accountability of what you're doing.
Take out, like, yo, this is who I am, this is how I'm gonna be, whatever. Take me as I am. But no, like the truth is really Christ. Christ is the barometer of truth. And like, yo, when you come face to face to Christ, like, yo, there is no like, be honest, like, yo, if I measure myself off of Jay, if I measure myself off of Lady B, if I measure myself off of other people, of course I'm gonna see areas that I'm better than them at, and areas that they're better than me at. So therefore there's some ways I can justify, like, well, I'm not quite like them in this. You know what I'm saying? But when you measure yourself against the perfection of Christ, where the only flawed one is you, it's a totally different concept. Because now you're faced with the reality, like, yo, I am not right. I am wrong.
Listen, I just wait. So, what do you say to the man that has to recover his family?
First of all, before you recover your family,
well, you know what?
You recover yourself.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
First.
He got to recover who he is, because you can't recover nothing when you're lost. Ooh. Because you won't even know what to do with it, even if you had it in your hands. So even if I gained my family back, but I'm still a lost man, I'm still a headless man, how can I lead my family lost? I'll lose them again.
Right.
So you know what would Well, first of all,
First of all, yeah, Joe.
if we're gonna stick to the scriptures, if we're gonna deal with God, because I don't leave God out of nothing.
Oh
First of
yeah,
all,
right. We don't need it.
you gotta put your head on, and Christ is the head of man. So that's where your guidance, that's where your insight comes from.
Right.
Christ. First of all, I
Right.
would tell any man, first of all, you got to get in God's word. You got to read the word. And I'm not just talking about going to church, running around, dancing. No, I'm talking about living and getting the principles of the mind of God in your
For
mind
yourself. That's right. For
for
yourself.
yourself
That's right.
as a man. The wisdom, the proverbs, like just knowing what it is. What does God expect of me as a man? First, before I'm a husband, just as a man, as he created me.
Right,
And
and also
then
be. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
go ahead. No,
No, go ahead,
I'm
bro.
just
You must finish
no,
talking.
it's just that's a very thing, because if a man is lost within himself,
Mm.
most likely he really doesn't want to recover nothing outside of himself.
Come now.
Yo, bro. A lot of
Come
times,
now.
and before you say that, a lot of times, a broken man is a product of a broken boy. There
Wow.
was a boy, like something happened between boyhood and manhood. Something happened where this functionality came into place. Some trauma happened where you were stuck in being the boy. That although you had a man's body, you had the stewardship and the management of a little boy. Because the
Yo,
Bible says
bro.
when I was a man, when I was a boy, I act like a child, I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, which means if I develop properly, when I became a man, I'm able to manage my life in a mature fashion. Not saying like yo, troubles ain't gonna come. Not saying like yo, cause like not saying that things ain't gonna happen. Not saying that life is not gonna happen, but you're not gonna go no lower than a man. Like
Right.
like I'm not going back to being a child. I'm the least I'm gonna be is a man.
You got to get free of that spirit of Peter Pan, man. For
Yo,
real.
before you say that, bro,
I'm
I said
telling
more like
you.
this the other day.
I
Like
don't
that Peter
want to
Pan
grow up.
syndrome.
I'm a Toys R Us kid, right? Ain't
Yeah.
that
For real.
crazy? That's
Where did they live at? Where
crazy.
did Peter Pan and them live at?
Never ever
Never ever
land.
land.
Yes. They ain't never grow up. He ain't
Never.
want to be a he
And
ain't
the,
want to be a man. He
and,
wanted to stay a boy.
and,
That's
and the
deep.
funny thing, I heard some psychologists say this.
That's a
Pan
preach
didn't
right
want to
there.
grow up. Pan didn't want to grow up because he's seen the functionality of Captain Hook. That
So
Hook had a piece of him left in something that was crawling around the sea. So do I want to grow up and be that guy? Like this remembered, like I don't want to be that guy. And a lot of us don't want to grow up because the man that we seen in front of us didn't give us anything to aspire for.
And growing up comes with obligation, man. Like, you know what I
right.
mean? Like, it comes with responsibility. I remember being a child and living in the house, and having the feeling of no worry of nothing. Like everything is just taken care of. You know what I mean? Now I live where the responsibility is on me. But it took a process of becoming to be able to be that. And I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is for any man that's out there watching, man. I don't care what we're going through or what we may experience. We have no excuse. We gotta function. Like
Right.
we still have to function while we're healing. We
Right.
still have to function while we're being delivered. The problem is once you stop and become a statue, we gotta keep things moving. Like movement. Y'all go to the gym, nothing changes without movement.
Right.
And the enemy's job is to keep man complacent, stuck in a confined space, moving nowhere, just drinking and eating excuses. And you stay right there. But we have to break the shell and move. Conversations like this, and I just speak to any man out here, man, get up. Like, get up. Like, if you want your family back, fight for them. But that fight is just not you uh talking to them, is you speaking to yourself.
Somebody
Is
wants you to
you
repeat
looking
your
within the
question
mirror.
again.
Hmm?
Somebody wants you to repeat your question again, Jay.
Which question?
I don't know.
Was it the
You said
question where I was
the
talking
question said
about uh,
how
have
long
you
have you lived not
have
knowing
you
it?
lived longer in the need to recover than actually living in recovery?
Yeah.
Every time you say it, it just sounds good each time. I
Yeah.
mean, come on. Like, that's deep, yo. Like, it's almost saying, are you living the way you're supposed to be living, or are you still in the place of contemplating where you should be going?
Yeah, like if you put it on a scale, right?
Right,
Have you been the victim longer than you've been the one that's victorious? You know what I
right,
mean? Have you
right.
been sick longer than you've been healed?
Healed.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
from that angle, have you been angry
Right.
more than
More
you've
than you've
been
been
full of
happy.
love and happy? You know what I mean?
Right,
But
right,
not just happy, but joy, having joy on the inside.
Yep.
right, right.
You know what, Jay? To be honest, man, that goes back to ownership, man. Own your stuff.
Own
Like,
it.
like, 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 own,
Own it.
own,
Own it. Own
own,
it.
man. Own what you're responsible for. Like, yo, man, no one steals your life. You give it away. Like, no one
Full
steals it from
power.
you. Like, you
Full
gave it
power.
away. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, yo, man, you gave it away. And to be honest, yo,
Voluntarily.
this
Voluntarily.
this
It
go
was
out to
not, you
my
did not
sisters.
have a gun pointed to your head, but you
Yep.
gave it away voluntarily.
This
And
goes
people want
out.
to blame others
Mm-hmm.
for while we give it away. No, boo. It was you. It was
You
Okay,
know
you.
what?
then.
And
So
they go my sisters. They go my sisters right quick. I gotta tell my sisters this. Stop. All right. Stop being a prisoner to your emotions.
Mm.
Like,
Mm-mm-mm.
stop being a prisoner to that feeling. Like, it happened. All right. Homeboy done left, went about his business, got a whole different family, whole different crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it happened. Like, at some point in time, you gotta say, all right, get over it. Like, it happened.
Well, there is a process. You do have to go through the
No.
process of
The
grieving,
process,
but
the
eventually
process
you
starts.
do need to like,
The process starts with saying, get over it. Now I go into how to get over it. But I had to make the decision for myself, like, yo, I'm going to get over this. I'm
yeah,
going to emotionally recover from this. Now I'm ready to go through the process. And like grief, the cycles of grief. Like, yo, it's a process to get over stuff. But start the process. Don't just stay here in the same point like, yo, everything burned around me. Like, yo, man, all right, it burned around you. But at some point, like, hey, God, help
sometimes
me. Go ahead, bro.
sometimes you also gotta just realize that the very thing that I loved didn't love me.
come
You know
on.
what I
Yo,
mean? Like, you really just have to, like, really embrace that truth. The very thing that I loved didn't love me. You know what I mean? And that right there, when you can think that thought, those are keys to your freedom. Those,
And
those
I'm
are
gonna go a step
keys for you to be
further.
free.
I'm gonna go a step further to say they probably didn't know how to.
Or, or they chose not to,
Yeah, that too. That too.
based off of what they may have previously been in before you.
Right. Because that's generational stuff.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
generational
but you
situation
know
right
what?
there.
The majority of stuff, though, Lady B, is generational, though.
Right.
A
Right.
lot of it is. And
Right.
I say I say this sometimes, right? Some people agree, some people don't, but I say it anyway. And I always say this: it's always your fault. How you react, how you respond.
The
It's your
Bible say
fault.
that. The Bible says it. What do you mean?
But you know what? We live in a world where the finger is always pointed in the opposite direction.
Outward.
Then
Because there's no
outwardly.
accountability.
It all, it
There's
all,
no accountability. That's why.
it all it, most of us always start our fingers pointing on the outside. Then first of all, taking an inspection on the inside.
But you got
Like
three pointing back at
went back
you.
at you. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, one thing that I always do, and I think that's the reason why, I think the reason why I like God did so many crazy things is like because I always say, God, give me a repentant heart,
Yeah.
which means like if I fail, help me to own my failure and not blame others for why I failed.
Right.
So if I failed, even the situation I'm involved in, if it fails, the first thing I look at, okay, where did I do wrong? Like where did I go with this? Then once I clear that plate, then I'm able to effectively look at the other individuals and say, okay, this is where you went wrong. And do it at a level of humility because I've already addressed where I was wrong.
Right.
Because recovery is not just for you, man. Recovery is for the people that's connected to you, bro. Like recovery is for like everyone who's around you. When David went back to get his family, he didn't went back and got his. He got the family of all the soldiers who rode with him. He covered all the family members like, yo, he didn't lose his wife. His boys lost his wife. But when he went there and recovered all, he covered all his stuff, his boy stuff, his neighbor stuff. And like that's why like we have to take the urgency right now, leaving out 2021, going to 2022. Like start that process now because there's someone else waiting on you to recover.
Right.
So
And
they
the fact
know
of the matter is, go ahead.
so they
You know
know they
what?
can get back too. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yo, I'm bugging, right? Because I done moved my mindset from not focusing on the year to come, like 2022. If you think about how many people left here within the last 2 years, right?
Mm.
We have to change our mindset like, yo, the next second I'm changing. Like, I'm not going to wait until 2022 come and I'm about to release everything and I'm about to embrace. It's like if you're breathing right now, change right now.
Right now.
If you're breathing right now, forgive right now.
Right.
Like if you're breathing right now, release that bitterness right now because any second your name might not be counted in the
Right.
next breath.
Right.
That's how deep it is. And I'm gonna tell you, we here, and I'm gonna tell you something that's so powerful. And I'm gonna tell you this, and we live right now. We talking about the power of recovery, right? I just want to say that it blesses my heart just to be on here tonight with both of you two, with both of you here, live on Facebook, on Bow's show.
B.O.W.S. Get it right.
Bows, Bows,
Wow.
Bows. Like bow down,
Like, who the
Bows.
hell knows? I'm
Well,
gonna fight
Bows,
you.
right?
You go first.
No, the reason why though, right, is because at the end of the day, it gives those that know you a glimpse of what recovery looks like.
You know about that one.
No, I'm telling you, it shows that somebody was fighting. It
I mean, it
shows
was
that
wait, wrong person.
somebody
There you go, right there.
didn't give up. I'm just letting you know, and this is all about. We're talking about empowering women. We're talking about empowering the brothers
Tell
whenever
the truth in
possible on
here. We
here.
talk something
But
in here.
but it's deep, man, because even for the people that y'all have not met yet.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? All of this is part of the testimony and the material that can be used to change and help someone else's life.
Oh yeah.
So my thing is, if we're talking about recovery and we're talking about the power to recover, like, let's make sure we recover to the fullest.
Yeah.
Let's don't
Absolutely.
play with it. Let's
Right.
don't let's don't become addicted to the thought of recovering
But actually
and
be.
never recovering.
Right. 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 Right.
Like I
Yeah.
just like dancing with recovery.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I like
Right.
dancing with, but
Right.
no, let's
And
go
not
all the
living it.
way
Not
in
actually
and
having it a real
live
experience.
so that
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
life can be a testament of what recovery looks like, to
Yeah.
recover
Absolutely.
into something that is whole
Right.
and no longer fragmented. You know what I mean? No longer shattered, no longer, you know what I mean, uneven, unbalanced. You know what I mean? That's why, because I'm gonna tell you, man, I believe that God allows us to go through things, and
Yeah.
when we allow Him to bring us through that thing, we'll see the real meaning of why we went
Hmm.
through it in the first place.
Yeah.
Right.
And I look at it like it just belongs to me. This is mine. And reg- and whatever place that I was in that I didn't realize it or take ownership or drifted away, now I'm fully aware that this is mine and this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to have, and that's how we going to that's how, that's how I rationalize my recovery.
Okay.
This is mine. I claim it. Like, this is mine. And this is what he wants me to have. And that's how I think, and that's just what I want to encourage, people to think. Like, don't think that you recovering your stuff is just because, but it's because you're supposed to have a good job. You're supposed to have good family. You're supposed to have love and a marriage and whatever else, that you want in your life. We're not supposed to be out here losing everything and depressed and sad. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, on a case of Jermaine, is I think that the message for you would be, because you're supposed to be happy and you're supposed to continue on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Granted, yes, it is very sad that you lost your mom. And I definitely high
Yes.
condolences about that. But at the end of the day, you're still supposed to be happy. You're still supposed to go on with your life. And I'm pretty sure your mother would want you to, sir. That beautiful
No.
woman. And I
Yeah.
love your mama. Like, that's
Yeah.
my girl. Me and her talk, our talks, she schooled me a
Yeah.
little bit. She schooled me. Listen, if y'all want to know how to be a wife,
Yeah.
that lady right there, what? Listen, okay? So I
Yeah.
know for sure she definitely wanted you to, just be happy and continue on with your family and be, a wonderful husband like you are and stuff like that. And that's what you deserve. That's
Yeah.
Yes.
yours and that's what you're supposed to have.
That's
And
right.
to be, and to
That's
be
true.
honest, you brought that up, man. I remember on Chapel Street, man. We used to go there on
Right?
Sunday afternoons, and like, yo, your mom, like me and Jay would be doing our thing, but your mom would be talking to Charmel and Sienna, and like, yo, just dropping off like
Nugget.
jewels and
Nugget.
nuggets.
Big old nuggets.
And
Yes.
and, 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 and to be honest, that's what had to be recovered.
Come
Because
on.
sometimes in the
Ooh.
grief, with the body being gone,
She's
you
still
lose sight
living.
of the jewels that were still left
Mm.
behind.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
God's okay. I need you to recover the jewels that's
Right.
still here. Recover
Yeah.
sight of the lesson that's still here, while you
Yeah.
still live on until
Good
you're
stuff.
present again with the body. So, cause like yo, I'll tell you, if your loved one died in Christ, they're not lost.
Right.
It's in a different place, and eventually you're going to end up being in the same place at the same time. But like
Recovered.
yo, right, you're going to get the fullness of recovery. But
Yeah.
while you're but
Yeah.
while you're in the process of recovering the body,
Yeah.
don't forget the jewel that the spirit left behind. God, know
Yeah.
for me personally, like my uncle passed. Thank God my mom and dad still living. But my uncle passed. That was like my dad leaving. And like even to this day, man, it took my brother calling me. He's my cousin, but we like brothers. Calling me and reminding me of things that he said to us and things that he shared with us and stories I didn't know that I didn't even know even happened. To kind of like give insight, like, yo, like my Uncle Leon's gone physically, but the jewels he left is still here to live out here on this earth. And to be honest, that's how it's, man. Life happens. Everything goes transition. The only thing constant in life is change.
Like he said, it's your choice.
Like,
if it's going wrong, it's because you either allowed it or caused it. Either or.
Change is inevitable. But it's up to you to dictate how change happens to you. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Things gonna change. People gonna leave.
Wow.
But how you address change depending on how you gonna recover from stuff.
Mm-hmm. One thing I want to say too, that someone that's in the process right now of recovering, or the need to recover, right? Or you already done recovered, you in that place. Don't let the memory of what you recovered from spend more time in your now than the freedom of your now has in your now. If you understand what I'm saying when I say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we recover from that thing and we're no longer there, but you wind up stuck. Putting those things in a trophy case or something and, making a monument of it.
Looking at. So I just want to say, y'all still hear me?
Yeah. Yo, bro, before you put that up, man, because you know me, we got stories, we got accounts in the Bible all day long. One problem children had, they took the brazen serpent that Moses used to get them like cover over everybody. Long story, don't worry about that. I'll tell you one day. But like they begin to worship the method that God used on the same level as their present God, as God being ever present. And a lot of us, man, like you said before, we can build a shrine to the pain. That even though we recovered from the pain, the memory of it outweighs more than the hope of the present. And we'll find ourselves being robbed from time to time of thoughts that can build us toward the future. We always talk about war stories like, yo, I remember when you did this. I'm like, nah. To be honest, I'll tell Lady B all the time, and she noticed. I'll tell this all the time. That's who I was. That's not who I am.
Right.
Like that's past tense. Like that's not who I am. Now we could talk about who I was, but that will rob you of the benefit of who I've become.
Right.
And vice versa. Like, yo, if you recover, man, live in the recovery and recover vision, because vision was impaired by trauma.
Right.
Recover your ability to look to the future and not waste your time looking in the past.
Absolutely. And don't put your whole self into whatever, rather it's a people, places, or things, and think that that's it, and you lose yourself. Don't lose yourself in people, places, and things. Like you guys said, like hold on and first know who you are, and then when you know who you are, you can now build your life the way you need to, in whatever structure or whatever way an adaptation that you have to. But that's the first thing. It's like not losing yourself in people, places, and things, and that's what's more important. And once you can do that, you'll never have to lose anything to have to recover. And if you do, then you'll know how to. So that's good stuff, guys. Is there anything else, last thing you guys want to say to encourage antibiotics?
Yeah, I just want to say this right here. Whatever you do, don't ever lose your fight to live. Don't ever lose that fight. Like, never give that up. Continue to keep fighting to live. I don't
Yeah.
care what you're going through, what it feels like right now, how painful it may be. Always have in your mind, I'm going to live through this and beyond this.
Yeah.
This thing that I'm going through right now is not permanent because I'm not going to allow it to be permanent. I'm going to let it play the course out that God will allow. But once God says it's up for me too. So I just wanted to say that.
I just want to share with you guys. My last words is like, yo, man. Um, Mr. Miller alluded to it a little bit earlier about fighting and me and LADB's journey, which one day is going to be a show in itself. One of the things that kept me fighting is because I knew there was a future I haven't seen yet. That I knew that there was a future that wasn't yet realized. That was meant for us, meant for me, and she was in it. So one of the reasons why you have recovered, man, because there's a future you haven't seen yet that's meant for you, but you can't get there until you recover.
That's right. Well, thank you guys so much for being on with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm pretty sure it was a lot of nuggets that you guys dropped, and I hope that somebody was encouraged. And but before you guys go, can someone pray out, please?
Mr. Miller.
Father, in the name, we thank you right now, God. We love you right now. We appreciate you right now, God.
Yes.
We ask, God, that you would cover us, cover our minds, cover our hearts, allow us to embrace whatever it is that you're doing in our life, whatever you're taking us into, whatever you're bringing us through, and whatever you're bringing us out of, God. Allow us to continue to hearken unto your voice and not allow our past or the voices that try to haunt us in our past to dictate our movements. But Lord, allow us, God, to cut ties off that don't belong in our life. Give us the bravery, give us the knowledge, give us the understanding, God, to be able to expose every accursed snake that may be trying to slither in our life, God. Let it be exposed and let us kill it. Allow us to embrace the joy that belongs to us. Allow us to obtain every tangible thing that belongs to us. And Lord, whatever you do, God, continue to deliver us from us.
Yeah.
Don't allow us, God, to blame others. Let us take full responsibility for our choices and our decisions. But
Yes.
Lord, let us always depend on you to deliver us out of what we fell in and bring us into the victory that you have intended for us to have. So, God, we speak and we declare right now breakthrough. We speak and declare healing. We speak and declare that everyone that tunes into this, everyone that will glance or have a conversation about this, that complete breakthrough and wholeness will attach itself to their life, that they will understand that they were born to win and not to lose. We
Yes.
declare all of these things, that love would live in our hearts and hate will be denied access out of our lives. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Wonderful. So you guys can don't forget to like and share, okay? This will be played on it's on YouTube, right? We're live streaming on YouTube. We're live streaming on my both page and my personal page as well. So everybody will be able to get to see. But thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So Elder Miller, you gonna be back, right?
I appreciate it. I'm honored.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Okay. All righty. Thank y'all. Love you. And I mean it.
Love you.
Bye. That was great. Oh, I love our talks. I really do. I absolutely love doing this, even though it'd be a stretch, it'd be a pull. I really, really do. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, because it's just a really strong, empowering tool, I love hopefully someone heard something that just made something spark up in you, that made you want to change your mind, that made you want to go back to the drawing board, to change your direction, to detour yourself around to the place where you need to recover back to. So I'm so thankful you guys were able to watch, listen, be with us. Please continue to like and share these videos. It's really to be a blessing to somebody. We are here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. You never know who I'm going to have on here. I was trying to get Brother Marcus from the radio show to come on with us tonight, but he's gonna show up another time for me. So hopefully we're trying to get some more people in different perspectives and different topics. I just want this to be a really, really good, empowering place for us. So please, thank you so much for watching. Please like and share. So all of my social media stuff is YouTube. It's B.O.W.S. I think it's B.O.W.S. I don't know if there are dots between. I have to fix that. I think I put LLC. I don't know. I'm on. I have a B.O.W.S. Facebook page. I have my personal page. You can see this on. There's also on Twitter, not Twitter. Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn, so you can also see this there. All of these social media sites we are on. Don't forget, if you have any toy donations and you would like to give, you can just look below this, just my Cash App, Lady B Empire. You can give to that monetarily, or if you would like to drop off a physical toy, please let me know, and I will also send you the address and where you can drop that off at. Don't forget also, December 18th, we will be here singing carols. So if you guys would like to come and sing, if you guys would like to just, fellowship before the Christmas season, before Christmas, come here. Get some hot cocoa and some cookies, and let's sing and be merry, all right? Thank you so much again for watching, for listening. I appreciate you, Lish. I got you, girl. I'm gonna keep you in prayer. I really appreciate you so much for being with me in these talks. So, I let you. You good, boo. You good. You gonna recover really well, and I hopefully you still watching. So, love you, girl. Thank you so much to anybody else who did agree to be on here. Thank you for my B.O.W.S squad. Listen, we got some good things coming up next year. I'm super duper uber excited. Like I said before, we do have our annual health and wellness seminar. We also have a Christmas ball coming up, all fundraisers. We have so many things coming up this year. So I'm revamping my B.O.W.S squad. So if you would like to be a part of my B.O.W.S squad, let me know. Hit me up. Message me, however, and I will go from there. Yeah, and I think that's all I got right now. So you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share again. I am Lady B. I love you guys, and I actually really, really do mean that. So have a good night. Toodaloo. Bye.